Hey, what's up everybody? Chris here, and it has been a minute since I've recorded a review. I've had a lot of things going on, a lot of changes. I'm in the process of switching jobs, and so that has taken up a lot of my time. I'm really looking forward to getting settled into a new role. I'm stepping away from teaching. I've been doing that for a long time. But anyway, a lot of these things, in addition to finishing up what I am doing currently with grading papers and all of that, have prevented me from making too many videos recently, but I did want to jump back into it. I watched the other day the first episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I think it does some things really well that shows like Discovery and even Picard I feel like are kind of floundering with and not really doing that well with. Also, there have been some movies and things I've seen that I thought I would just give you kind of quick and dirty opinions on and see what you think about these. Hey, as always, if you're enjoying the channel, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and please be sure to subscribe. So let's start with some movies I've seen that I just have not made videos on. The Batman. I loved The Batman. I think, in my opinion, it's the second best Batman movie maybe ever made. I mean, it could be recency bias. I mean, it did just come out not all that long ago, but I've watched it twice now. I love the Nolan trilogy, but I think that this does some things really well that nail sort of the detective aspect of Batman that we haven't really seen in previous movies. I think overall my favorite Batman movie is still Batman Begins. I'm one of those people who prefers that to The Dark Knight, which I know is, blasphemy probably for a lot of people, but that's still my favorite one. Again, love the Nolan movies, but there's something about the Batman that just seems to work really well, and I'm excited that they're going to make a sequel to it. I think that was probably inevitable unless it just tanked, but it did really well, and so the studio is greenlighting a follow-up, which is great. I haven't yet finished Moon Knight. I am pretty deep into that, and I think it maybe has aired the final episode at this point, but I really enjoy it also so far. I like the comedic aspects of it. I like sort of the Egyptian mythology component of that. So far, to me, that's a surprisingly good show. I'm not sure really what I thought about it, but I am looking forward to seeing how that concludes also. And of course, on the horizon is the ObiWan Kenobi show on Disney+, and I'm going to be doing reviews of that, hopefully when that airs. I think it's at the end of May, the 25th, something like that. So I'm really excited about that. For years, the prequels have gotten kind of a bad rap for good reason, in part, I think, because of a lot of the stilted dialogue and things I've talked about before in other videos on the channel. But I think this is a really cool opportunity to sort of bring that whole thing full circle and to give kind of the prequel story a resolution that it maybe didn't need, but would help kind of round things out a little bit. I mean, anytime you've got Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan and you've got Hayden Christensen returning as Vader, it's got a lot of promise. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, let's talk about this new Star Trek show. So there's only been one episode released so far, but from what I can tell, at least so far, it really does nail sort of the old school vibe, right? I mean, you can tell that they're going for sort of that 60s vibe in the way the technology is designed and the sound effects that are included in the show, all of that kind of stuff. You've even got, legacy characters that are there, Uhura, Spock, of course, Captain Pike, all of that kind of stuff. But so far, I really like it, and it really just sort of dives right in, right? And let me just, I guess, backtrack and say that I did see Pike's appearance in Discovery and watched a good bit of that. I did trail off with that show. There was just something about it that didn't resonate with me all that well, and so I haven't loved it. I do think at some point I'll probably go back and try to muscle through it and get through it, but it just didn't hook me early on, and I've struggled with that. But anyway, this show so far, just with this one episode, again, it is just one episode, but it is really good, and what I'm hoping they're going to do is not do what a lot of modern TV shows do, which is to rely on one sort of massive story arc that carries each episode and that drives the whole thing. If you think about things like The Next Generation or even Deep Space Nine, Voyager, there is one big story arc, but each show in and of itself is a contained story. And so, if you miss one here and there, it's no big deal because you can catch back up and see what's going on with these characters. Of course, unless something, massive happens and one of them dies or something like that. But anyway, each show with the old Trek was sort of a contained thing, and I'm kind of hoping they're going to trend toward that with this show also. I get the sense after the first episode that maybe that's going to be the case. I mean, there is sort of a bigger story with this whole 5-year mission of exploration, but that's like any Star Trek, so I don't really think that's going to alter that or hinder that in any way. But from what I've seen so far, I really like this, and I hope that it goes in the direction that I'm hoping it will go. So anyway, if you've seen Strange New Worlds, let me know what you think about it below. Again, apologies that it's been a while since I've made a video. I'm doing well. Everything's good. Just, again, life. Life. I'm busy. A lot of stuff going on, and I'm hoping to get back into this more regularly. aiming for weekly videos, but it could be bi-weekly. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, again, if you've seen Trek, Strange New Worlds, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.